New details on the investigation surrounding Sean Diddy Combs after federal agents raided his homes in California and Florida.
Eyewitness News reporter Irene Cruz joins us live in Holmby Hills with the latest. Irene.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, one of those raids happened here at his California home. Now his lawyer is speaking out. One person has been arrested in connection to this case, and we don't know where Sean Diddy Combs is right now.
To someone popping up in Hollywood we have not seen here in a long time and didn't expect to, Diddy. He is on the West Coast for the first time since the raids that we know of. He has left Miami, and we got video of him out and about. Very casual, just talking with some, I don't know who this person is, but this is Diddy on Wednesday morning out in Hollywood.
Yo, Diddy, what's up, bro? Good, man. Happy Wednesday to you, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar to videos we've gotten of him walking around his neighborhood in Miami.
But I want to get right into it, right? Why do you think Diddy hasn't been indicted yet?
Listen here, bro.
Ever wondered why Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, hasn't been arrested yet? According to former bodyguard Gene Deal, the FBI raided Diddy's home and found 250 cameras, with lawsuits piling up. So why no conviction? Authorities are reportedly linking Diddy to Keefe D and are digging into fresh evidence related to Tupac's murder. It seems the feds are building a solid case before making any moves to arrest him.
It's a term in the legal field that you could indict a ham sandwich. But the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right, for those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28 or something like that, 1.8, only 1.8 has won against them. So now, what they do, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury. One witness. And we know who that witness is going to be. Cassie. She filed a civil suit against him. So it only takes one in this trafficking charge, it only takes one witness. Now we got other people like Jonathan Odie, who was one of the workers, that he gave a testimony, or well, he gave some information to some agents that he was working, doing acts with Cassie, cross states, going back and forth, this, that, and the third. So it only takes one witness. So now, the reason they haven't went after him because there's more to get into. It's more to get into. It's not only the trafficking, it's the guns, the alleged drugs. And I'm saying alleged because they haven't came out with any formal charges yet. But when they come out with some charges, bruh, and you hit it, the Southern District of New York do not play. And people don't play with them. So I don't understand why this stuff ever even got to this point, but it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. The reason they haven't came down and got him yet, they going through his taxes. You hear what he said? They had all the people that he did business with. That they're gonna go through everything that he did with a fine-tooth comb. And when they set that and they get what they call discovery to his lawyers, he either say, I'm gonna take the time, because if he go to court with it, 9 times out of 10, he gonna spend the rest of his life behind bars. So the reason they haven't did it at this point, it's a lot of paperwork, bro. They got a lot of people working different angles. They got the drug angle, they got the tax angle, they got the what else? They say the drugs, the tax, and then they got the guns that were found. They got to do a trace on the guns that they were found in the house. And then if you got 250 cameras, there's a lot of footage that them agents got to go through. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. They got a lot of work. What they took, how many years to indict Keefe D? They took a lot of years to indict Keefe D. And now he's sitting in jail. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. And it ain't gonna happen overnight. So I would think that probably in the next two months or so, he might be looking at something, bro.
And you said that Diddy, he got over 250 cameras?
He had over 200, they found over 250 cameras in his house, man.
Damn.
Allegedly. That's what they were saying.
So you do believe that Diddy is going to prison?
Oh, he going to jail, bro. And yo, and I don't wish jail on nobody, for real. I don't wish jail on nobody. You understand? But they already got their star witness. And you only, for one charge, for the trafficking, you only need one witness. One witness. That's crazy. I don't believe R. Kelly, you see what they did to R. Kelly? He went to jail for trafficking. He was dating those girls. Those girls was living at his house. Those girls was going back and forth with him willfully. How the hell did he get trafficking? And Diddy don't. Based on Cassie paperwork.
And you pretty much the main eyewitness that can confirm that they was friends, so.
Stop it, man. No, you said a mouthful right there. Bruh, eyewitness, they did have a relationship. Keefe D, I've seen them on a number of times. They were gambling together. They were drinking together. They had fun. They was hanging out in hotels. Yes, they did have a relationship. That's no ifs, and buts about it. That was before me. That was before Zip. Them two had a relationship. Keefe D and Puff. That's known. You understand? So now, as far as me having any information whether he commissioned Keefe D to do a murder, nah, bruh. That ain't me. I can say, yo, they can ask me, did I see Keefe D? Yes, I did. Was he around? Yes, he was. In what capacity was he around? Gambling, having fun, drinking, and talking. Did he ever did security? No, he did not. Now, did he use his manpower, his dudes around him, around us, and people could thought they was a part of us? Yes, they were. It made us seem like we had Crips with us doing security. It made it seem like it, but they wasn't. They was there to have fun and chill. Now, if something jump off, would they have done something? Maybe they would have. But there's not no time that I know of that they were being paid to be there. They was giving free tickets to party, to come there and have fun. And that's how Puff used dudes.
So if they call you, you don't have no problem testifying?
You're being leading, as the lawyer would say. Your questions was leading right there. If they want me to testify, I'm going to testify and tell them what I know, what I seen, the times I seen him. Like they say he was at Soul Train with us. He was never at Soul Train with us. Not one time. But they got him being at Soul Train with us. He was at Soul Train with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie for nobody. Bro, you gotta realize, Vegas is feel right there. They got circumstantial evidence. They have no physical evidence. Where's the gun? Where's the car? You understand? Where's the eyewitness? Murder's one of the hardest things to prove, bruh. 9 times out of 10, it's like people who sitting behind bars for murder, they play it out. They ain't go to trial. They got a lesser charge, whether If they started with first degree murder, they might went down to second degree or manslaughter or imprave indifference. Assault in the first degree with imprave indifference. It's hard to prove. And with no evidence, 27 years later, oh, everybody's sitting up here saying, oh, he said it on tape. He said he was going around bragging. He was going around saying this. Bruh, who put that information out first? Who put the information out first? The police. The police put that out. Oh, so they gonna break the proffer agreement. Everybody, all the guys right now, who the DEA, the FBI, the ATF, anybody who got a federal crime against them, and they sit up there and try to say, yo, we gonna give you a proffer agreement, which we know that's queen for a day and everything. Dude gotta go in there and testify. You know what's gonna happen? Know what they're gonna say? Man, you ain't gonna cade in me. How me sitting up there telling you everything, and then this shit being taped, and it don't supposed to be taped? Dudes is like, yo, you ain't gonna cade in me. Not at all. So they don't have no evidence. They don't have no physical evidence. And then if Keefe D go in there, he was like, yo, they put that out, so I just rolled with what they were saying. I was lying. I want to sell books. I want to do shows. How many times Keefe D was on your show? He was on your show because he was supposedly been in the car that the guys that murdered Tupac. That's the only reason he was on the show. They got one eyewitness. He may not testify, but he made a statement on national television, TMZ. Suge Knight. Free Keefe D. He wasn't even in the car. Right? Didn't he say that?
Right.
That's the only eyewitness we know. If the prosecutor them come up with something, if they follow the letter of the law, Keefe D would be home. If they have something that we have not heard of nor saw that can incriminate him more and incriminate Puff more, then we're gonna have two people going to jail. But if they don't have anything that we haven't already heard of, that we haven't already saw, he'll be back at the crib, chilling.
Whoa, this is wild. If there's a new investigation into Tupac's murder, who knows who might get implicated? Some conspiracy theorists suggest that Diddy, who rose to fame after the deaths of two rappers, might have been directly involved. Sounds like something Diddy would do, right? But wait, it gets crazier. Gene Deal's been dropping major bombshells, claiming Diddy's been dabbling in devil worship.
Because, bruh, he's such a narcissistic that he couldn't stand not being somewhere and not being seen. His whole life, his whole career was about him being seen in the public. It was about him, taking everybody else's dreams and making them his. And now, him nor his kids would profit from anything from Bad Boy or Sean Puffy Combs again. His kids is gonna suffer behind this.
Wow, man, that's crazy to hear, man. And knowing Diddy, you think it's a good chance he might take his life?
He was talking about taking his life at the City College thing. Yo, D. Ferg, ASAP Ferg father, say, yo, man, we gotta watch him, man. Talking about killing himself. I say, so let him. If you're that weak, I said, let him. And he said, Eugene, why you say that? I said, man, listen to me, man. He ain't no good to nobody if he talking about hurting himself. His life don't belong to him. His life belong to God. What he should be trying to do right now is work his way towards God now. for real, and not that devil we've been worshiping. That those people got him believing, you understand, that's the true God. Because everything from what I know, since I've been around him, you know, everything that's gone forward has been that of the devil. The drugs, the alcohol, the partying, everything has been of the devil. And he's been leading not only himself, our people, into some kind of damnation through his actions.
Yeah, I'm just in disbelief, man. I mean, to see his downfall. I mean, he's been on a long run, man. So, you know, to see this is crazy, man. I mean, how long has he been famous?
Nah, so you gotta realize he didn't get his fame until after he made that, you know, remember, you gotta remember this, Mighty. I said he made the atmosphere for Pac to die. He made the atmosphere for Big to die. He created the atmosphere, you understand, for Suge Knight to go to jail, because that's what came out of his mouth. So that didn't happen. His fame he didn't really come famous until after the death of Tupac and the Notorious Big, brother. So that's like 97. He went on that whole Bad Boy tour with the #1 song in the world, Missing You, where he stole the thing from Sting and the music from Source Money, the lyrics from Source Money. Didn't even want to pay that man his money. Waited all those years to pay that man his money. He was stealing people's dreams, man. He's the cause of a lot of people death, and people ain't gonna see it the way I see it. But when you steal somebody's dreams, Black Rob probably could have changed his life. Probably could have changed the way he thought. Probably could have changed the way he was doing business if he wouldn't have stole G-Dep from him. If he would have treated Craig Mack in the correct way and not try to steal his music, use him in the way that he used Craig Mack to catapult the Notorious Big, Craig Mack's life could have been changed. If he would have never set up the atmosphere and had Big out there in California and bringing Big to that party, the Notorious Big life may still be here. If he wasn't trying to put the Bloods against the Crips, well, they was already against each other anyway, but use the Crips, maybe Tupac would have never had that altercation. But if ands, and buts were candies and nuts, like I always say, Christmas would be every day. And I understand that. But he set up the atmosphere for a lot of people. War. Set up the atmosphere between him and BMF. Come on, man. They say one day you gotta pay the piper. That's why he getting that smoke. She came out 2 years ago. So you tell me, Cam, why didn't nobody take her case?
Maybe they didn't believe, I could guess. Maybe they didn't believe him because he's puffy. He got a lot of star power. He could fight back. You know.
She had no lawyers or nobody that was interested in going through that battle and that long drawn out court battle that they had to file papers. They had to do that 2-3 years ago. 2-3 years down the road, she ain't coming up with a dime. Cassie had the lawyers and the people who put the money behind the lawyers to make sure that her case was clammed tight so she could win. You don't get those type of lawyers, man, without somebody putting some money behind you. Those were high-profile lawyers that had won major cases.
Right. Puffy would be a very hard target to go after if you're a lawyer. It would absolutely burn up a whole bunch of money. So if you're not rich or you don't have at least a lot of money, it's going to be really hard to really go through that and fight it in the public. Puffy knows everybody. He knows the media. Everybody likes Puffy. I mean, it's an uphill battle for sure. I can see that.
And that's what happened, brother. Yo, is women probably gonna jump out the woodwork and say, yo, I had a case against him. I told this lawyer, I told that lawyer, nobody did nothing. Now you got lawyers calling people or putting up billboards. If you got anything on Puffy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, Sean John Combs, call us. The lawyers are looking for people right now.
He definitely made him an easier target now. Now everybody believes it and everybody's got their hands out. Right.
Right.
Well,
like nobody believed me about the I was saying, and now everybody got Gene Deal stories in their mouth on their program.
Meanwhile, Gene Deal has spoken to some of Diddy's victims, and it turns out they're not only targeting Diddy but also other bad boy artists. These women have text messages and proof, but they're staying quiet about it for now.
With all these cases against Diddy, do you think you're gonna fight him all?
He gotta fight him. He gotta fight him. No matter how big, how small, he gotta fight him. And he gotta pretty much win. He gotta win him. Cause if he lose them and they come with the proof, bruh, he will be totally ruined. He gotta fight those lawsuits. And if you know what I know, he's gonna fight him.
What you mean by that? What you done?
Like I said before, man, I was getting calls from females that stated that they had situations that were, I'm trying to put it in a way, there were situations that if law enforcement individuals heard it, Puff had broke the law with them. So he had committed a crime. And in doing so, if those are the females who went and found the lawyers to take their case, he's going to be facing criminal charges because the act in which they explained to me were criminal acts. The drugging, the touching, the all that. So now, I'm not gonna mention the lady's name or put them out there because they are prominent people in the community now, but they had those type of experiences that they looking to get justice for.
So you in contact with some of Diddy victims?
Well, I had a couple of women that, and it wasn't only about Diddy. It was some other bad boy artists that I'm not gonna say, because they have to go out and they have to file their cases and do what they have to do. But I had about 2 women that called me and told me their story. I got texts from them. I got their texts telling me that, keep their name discreet. Don't let nobody know, and I won't let anybody know. That's up to them. And one of the ladies, man, I feel real bad for because she said that they came to her because there's a tape around with her face on it. And that's crazy.
What kind of tape is it?
it's a thing.
Yeah, that's awful right there, man. I hate to hear that, man. Yikes, that's terrible.
And that's why a lot of these ladies and people won't come forward, because they don't want their families to know that when they were younger they made a mistake, or they got caught up in some bull crap of somebody may have drugged them, or they was partying too hard and ended up in the Diddy tape. So they won't come forward, or they don't want to come forward.
One of the most recent lawsuits that he's had, a woman claimed that she was drugged and raped in 1991. Was there ever any time where you've seen some women who looked like they might have been drugged or they might have been on drugs? Heavy on drugs?
I told this story. They had gave a party on New Year's Eve at Madam C.J. Walker's house, right, in her mansion. And I had my girl, her friend, and it was a big party, New Year's Eve party. I went looking for my girl, and I couldn't find her nowhere. She was crazy. And I'm going in bathrooms, I'm knocking down doors, I'm going through every door in the house, opening doors, people in there, in situations, drinking, the whole 9 yards. I even go outside, it's cold. I'm looking at people's cars, I'm looking at cars and everything like that. Then I finally just go to my car, and she was in there asleep with her girlfriend. You understand? I was wondering what happened. And she said that she was drinking champagne and all of a sudden she got dizzy. So she went to the car. She made it to the car. So I knew those people who was at that party, somebody had drugged the champagne or the orange juice or something. Cause my girl was in the car asleep. Her and her girlfriend, knocked out. And they hadn't been at the party for an hour or two. So it's a possibility that happens a lot, that happened to people.
You know, everything that's happened and came out and all these allegations, you know, where do you see things going from here with Puff? Do you think he's ever going to be able to recover? Do you think he's going to ever get the trust of people again? You know, a lot of people still don't believe it. A lot of people are still like, you know, riding with Puff at this time.
Well, that's okay. And I believe that he may have an opportunity once he gets off the drugs, once he cleans himself up, he may have something to offer. But until he decides that he's not going to be an addict no more and addicted to the lifestyle that he is and he was used to, ain't no insurance company, ain't no company, or nobody going to ever deal with him.
If Puff Daddy gets arrested, what will he do? Some rumors suggest that Diddy might take his own life, believing he wouldn't survive prison.
How you feel about the news that broke that Diddy, he gave up the rest of his shares in Revolt?
Listen, he has to do that because no company wants to do business with somebody who is being accused, have allegations against them for sexual misconduct and deviant behavior. Nobody wants to do business with that. All the shareholders, it ain't nothing that he's giving up. They like, yo, listen, give me that. They said, they did a Diddy. Take that. You understand? They're gonna take that from him. The shareholders is gonna say, yo, listen to me. We all gonna pull out No Diddy. But we all gonna pull out our shares and everything if you don't give up what you have in the company.
Did you see that video that went viral of Diddy pacing around the airport after his houses got raided?
I seen that video. And I seen that look in his face before. I seen that look in his face. You understand? When he was with the same gang and Mike Owens, AKA Mike Cock, everybody could tell him, D. Ferg did a collection for him because he didn't know how he was gonna pay his rent and he didn't know how he was going to pay his rent, child support, and his car note, because he had one of those drop-top Cabarets Volkswagens. So Mike gave $5,000. I wasn't giving him nothing. I'm just telling you right now. D was just collecting money for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, we got to make sure because he want to kill himself. He gonna kill himself. Diddy had that pace and he had that look in his face that he know something may be wrong or they may have something on him. Because they took things out of there. We may not have seen what they took, but they had bags and boxes of stuff that they took out of there. So he knows, he's getting a play-by-play of what's going on. And even back then, doing that City College, when he was fired from Uptown Records, he was making statements about doing this stuff. He had that same look in his face.
Yeah, he looked worried, man. I'm not gonna lie, for a split second, man, I felt bad for a split second. But yeah.
Like everybody, I get all kind of hate mail, IGs talking about that I'm trying to take a black man down. No. I went through every step you supposed to go through when you got a problem, you got a situation, you got an issue with a man. You understand? I get in contact with him. Went to mutual friends. Let's sit down and talk. What you did to Wolf's mother wasn't right, bro. You don't talk to her like that. If Wolf was alive, he'd take your head off. You understand? Try to talk to him. People, when they start getting in this power, certain positions, have certain amount of money, they don't look back. Some of them don't look back and don't think they have to come back to the people that help them get to those positions. You understand? I don't care what nobody say. You understand? If somebody helps you and use their ability and their talents to help you get in position and get to certain places and do certain things, you come back. And you make sure things is all right. You don't disrespect people's mothers. You don't disrespect your friends that took their money to make sure you was all right when you was wrong, when you was messed up. You don't do that, brother. So by him doing the things that he did and taking the avenue that he took, he's suffering the consequences, and I don't feel bad for him at all. Because people was trying to talk to him. People was trying to tell him. You couldn't pull him by the coat and let him know anything. You understand? They messed up the game, brother. When he put that shit out with them, money, power, respect, it ain't never been like that. It ain't never been like that. You got your respect in the street that gave you your power, that brought you your money. Totally different thing. He let that money, power, and respect go to his head, but he had it ass backwards. So do I care what happened? Nah. He got enough money to buy his way out of this. So we think.
So when you look at that video of him pacing around and he's looking worried, and you knowing him, do you think it's possible that he might commit suicide?
When you're a narcissist, there's always a possibility because you're suffering. But I don't think that he can see himself in a cage. I don't think he can see himself behind those bars in those type of situations. It's too many real dudes that dislike him. But then again, there's a lot of real dudes that need help. And him being behind bars, he could probably help him.
Do you think Diddy might end up behind bars soon? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on our latest updates. Until next time, stay real, fam.